Rich Dad Poor Dad 1000-word summary. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki is a personal finance classic that contrasts two different mindsets about money, work, and wealth. The author shares lessons learned from two father figures, his biological father the poor dad, and his best friend's father the rich dad. Both men influenced him profoundly, but their beliefs about money were completely opposite. Through their contrasting philosophies, Kiyosaki explains why they wealthy think differently and how anyone can adopt those principles to build lasting financial freedom. Two fathers, two mindsets. Kiyosaki's poor dad was highly educated, held a stable government job, and believed in the traditional path. Work hard, get good grades, secure a well-paying job, and retire comfortably. However, despite his academic success, poor dad constantly struggled with finances. In contrast, his rich dad had limited formal education but was a successful entrepreneur and investor. In contrast, his rich dad had limited formal education but was a successful entrepreneur and investor. Rich dad believed that the traditional system keeps people dependent on salaries and prevents financial growth. His philosophy centered around building wealth through assets, financial intelligence, and letting money work for you. This contrast forms the foundation of the book's key lessons. Lesson 1. The rich don't work for money. Most people work a job to earn a monthly salary. Poor dad followed this path, believing security came from a steady paycheck. But rich dad taught Kiyosaki that working for money traps people in a cycle of dependence, known as the rat race. Rich dad believed the wealthy view money differently. They make money work for them instead of trading time for money. The first step toward financial freedom is developing the mindset of an investor, not an employee. Lesson 2. Financial literacy as the real wealth. School teaches academic knowledge but not financial skills. Rich dad emphasized that understanding money, assets, liabilities, and cash flow is essential. According to him, assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. Most people mistakenly believe their home or car is an asset, but Rich Dad explains that an asset must generate income like rental property, stocks, or a business. Poor dad, with all his degrees, lacked this simple but powerful understanding. Financial literacy, knowing how money flows in and out, is what separates wealthy individuals from those who struggle financially. Lesson 3. Mind your own business. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of focusing on building your own assets rather than relying solely on a job. Poor dad believed in professional stability, getting a secure and climbing the career ladder. Rich dad, however, encouraged Kiyosaki to grow his asset column even while working a regular job. This means developing side businesses, investing in income-producing ventures, or learning skills that increase financial independence. The rich don't just work in other people's businesses, they invest in or build their own. Lesson 4. The history of taxes and the power of corporations. Rich Dad explains how the rich legally minimize taxes through corporate structures. A corporation can deduct expenses, reduce taxable income, protect assets, provide legal and financial advantages. Poor dad saw taxes as a civic duty and accepted them without question. In contrast, Rich Dad viewed taxes as a financial burden that the wealthy learn to reduce through knowledge and strategic planning. This lesson teaches the importance of understanding the legal and financial systems to protect and grow wealth. Lesson 5. The rich invent money. Opportunities are everywhere, but only those with financial education recognize them. Rich Dad teaches that wealth is created by seeing opportunities before others do, taking calculated risks, using creativity to solve financial challenges. The middle class often say, "I can't afford that," while the rich ask, "How can I afford it?" This shift in mindset encourages problem solving rather than limitation. Financial intelligence allows individuals to create money through investments, entrepreneurship, and innovative thinking. Lesson 6. Work to learn, not to earn. Poor Dad valued specialization, becoming highly skilled in one profession. Rich Dad, however, encouraged learning multiple skills such as marketing, investing, management, communication, and leadership. Kiyosaki himself worked jobs not for money but for skills. He learned sales to overcome fear, took on leadership roles to understand business, and explored various industries to expand his understanding. The goal isn't just to earn more money but to become a person who can generate wealth in any situation. Fear, cynicism, laziness, and arrogance, the money traps. Kiyosaki explains 4 obstacles that keep people poor. 1. Fear. Fear of losing money stops people from investing. The rich understand that failure is part of the process. 2. Cynicism. Doubts and negative thoughts paralyze action. People avoid opportunities because they overthink risks. 3. Laziness. Often hidden behind excuses like, "I am too busy," laziness prevents people from pursuing financial freedom. 4. Arrogance. Believing you already know enough blocks learning and growth. Overcoming these emotional traps is key to achieving financial independence. Lesson 7. The need to take action. Knowledge is useless without action. Many people read books, attend seminars, or listen to advice, but never apply it. Rich Dad insisted that learning comes from doing, making mistakes, adjusting strategies, and continuing forward. Kiyosaki encourages readers to start small investments, begin a side business, learn financial skills through practice, make mistakes and learn from them, surround themselves with wise mentors. Action transforms financial knowledge into real wealth. Cash flow, the ultimate measure of wealth. Rich Dad emphasized cash flow over income. A high salary does not make someone rich if expenses rise equally. True wealth comes when your assets produce enough passive income to cover your living expenses. When assets pay your bills, you are truly financially free. Escaping the rat race. Kiyosaki explains that most people are stuck in the rat race because they fear taking risks. They increase expenses as income rises. They lack financial education. They rely on job security and retirement benefits. To escape, he suggests building passive income streams, reducing unnecessary expenses, investing regularly, developing financial intelligence, thinking like an entrepreneur. Freedom is achieved when money works for you, not the other way around. Conclusion. Rich Dad Poor Dad is not just about money, it's about mindset, discipline, and lifelong learning. Through the teachings of his 2 fathers, Kiyosaki reveals that financial success doesn't come from education or hard work alone, but from understanding how money works and using that knowledge wisely. The rich think differently, act differently, and learn differently. Anyone can adopt these habits by building assets, improving financial literacy, taking calculated risks, learning continuously, making money work for them. Ultimately, the book inspires readers to break free from traditional thinking, escape the rat race, and pursue a path to financial freedom and independence.